something that can totally change your life. So tonight's presentation is about a company we call myEcon. We believe when you are taking care of your finances, who's the best person to take care of your finances? Who do y'all think?
We are.
That's right. You should put your hand on your chest and say, whose economy? My economy. You're the best person to take care of you. So let's go ahead and get started. As I said, my name is Strose Hill, and I'm excited that you're here. So myEcon, ladies and gentlemen, it stands for the Personal Financial Success Company. How many of you want personal financial success? Everybody?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to show you how to get that tonight. Now, a little bit about the company itself. The company is actually 14 years old and is debt-free. Debt-free. Did I say debt-free?
Yeah.
Debt-free. Because you're going to find out that one of the things we do is we show people like you how to become what? Debt-free. And guess what? We're technology-driven. That means everything we do is on the internet. So we can put people in business anywhere in the United States of America. And I'm sure at some point we're going to be across the sea and everywhere else. But right now we're only in America. We're based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and currently, now listen to this, we have paid out more than $450 million to associates, people just like you. Now how many of y'all want some of that money?
I do.
I need to make something clear. I'm not going to give you none of mine. Okay, you got to make your own. All right? But I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, one of the things when we talk about personal financial success, if I were to go around the room to all of you all, everybody might have a different idea what that means to you. So to keep it simple, we're going to tell you what it simply means. It means having enough cash flow to support your lifestyle during your working years and during your retirement years. Now, let me explain something. During your working years, a lot of people are going to be obtaining things like homes, cars. They're going to want to travel, take exotic vacations. Would that be right?
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Now, those things cost money, but you need to understand something. When you're doing that, there are some other principles that you must practice. How many of you have ever heard pay yourself first? How many have ever heard that before? Okay?
Yeah.
You must pay yourself first every time you get paid before you actually pay bills, okay? So what happens with that is this. We're going to show you that during your working years, you should be putting money away for your what? Retirement years. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, what do you think happens if you work 40 years and don't save money? Do you think you'll get to retire?
No.
You need to understand that. So the time to prepare for the future is right now. So that's what we teach people to do, and you're going to see how we actually do that. So there are some obstacles that we are aware of that get in the way of people putting money away. So we're not mad at you, but we want to bring it to your attention so that you can recognize it when you see it. The first one would be high taxes. Has anyone here experienced that?
Yes.
Okay, when you get that paycheck, somebody else has practiced that principle of pay themselves first out of your paycheck. All right? Now, if they're smart enough to do it, guess what? You should be smart enough to do it too. So high taxes, poor credit. See, they said that 67 million people have poor credit. Okay? When you have poor credit, that means you're being charged the maximum rates on things that you need. You're paying the highest rates to rent a car or buy a car or a home or your credit cards. You're losing money. So we're going to talk about how to fix that. Then there's a lot of people that have too much debt. Now, I know no one in here has debt, but y'all know somebody has debt, don't you?
Yes.
All right? See, when you have debt, that means when your check come in, not only are you working for yourself, you're working for Piedmont Natural Gas, the electric companies, all these people you're working for, because they're getting your money and you're not. If you did not have to give all those other people your money, you might have some money to invest. Would you agree?
Yes.
All right, so that's what normally happens. And because of all the things mentioned, you have what is called inadequate savings and investing. Because in the minds of most people, they believe that, well, I can't save, I can't invest because I owe everybody else. Well, the answer to that is learn how to get from owing everyone else so you can have more money to put away food for yourself.
Yeah.
All right, that has to be something you want to do. We know people need to do it, but they have to what? Want it. There's a difference. So I makes it very clear that people got to want personal financial success and do something about it. So let's talk and see how they work that. And then, of course, most people, if they're honest, have what is called limited income, and they are attacked by the hidden monster called inflation. You see, right now, You don't have to raise your hand. Just wink when I ask you. Are you making all the money you like to make right now? Look, y'all all winking at me. Okay, all right, that's the point. So if you had more money, the question is, would you do the right thing with it? Or would you take the extra money and raise your standard of living and be just as broke as people are today? See, making a lot of money is not the answer. It's knowing what to do with the money. All right? People can make money, but how do you get your money working for you? That's the question. So we got to understand what's actually going on. So with high taxes, poor credit, too much debt, inadequate savings and investing, and limited income, and you're being attacked by inflation, folks, that's why people don't get in the game. But we have a solution for you, and that's why we're so excited. That's why you were invited here tonight. So, financial success, what does it mean? Most people, if they're honest, need more cash flow. Would y'all agree with that?
Yes.
All right? However, you need more cash flow with better financial strategies. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because if you make more money with the same bad habits, you're going to be just as broke. Does that make sense? So we want to make sure people understand what is necessary. Now, we're going to give you 2 ways in order to accomplish that. Okay? We're going to give you what is called an income shifting membership. You're going to be given an opportunity to get involved, to have a business for yourself, and you're going to see exactly why. Everyone in here, whether you thought about it or not, you need a business. We're going to prove it to you. All right? And then the second thing we're going to do, we're going to show you how to earn business income. Because you're going to find out tonight, folks, that if you earn money from wages, that means you work on somebody else's what? Job. You're being taxed differently. However, if you own a business, it's a totally different ball game. Now, will somebody read this out loud for me? Somebody read this for me.
475 tax deductions for businesses and self-employed individuals.
For who?
Businesses and self-employed.
And self-employed individuals. So for some reason, somebody thought it was necessary to write a book to show that you get deductions when you own a business and or you are what? Self-employed. Now, where's the book for the employees? Where's the book for the employees that tell you how to get deductions? There is no book, because if there was, it would be like, let's see, 1 page, 2 pages. It'd be a pamphlet. That's all it is for employees. So our system is designed for people to be in what? Business. You need to know that, because if you're having challenges financially, it's because you don't own a business, and when you get paid, the government is taking your money through taxes. Y'all heard recently, what's the name that comes? Amazon? Amazon made $11 billion and paid what in taxes? Zero. Now, instead of people getting upset, why don't we say, how you do that? Because I made $5 and they took half of it on my job. $11 billion and paid zero in taxes. You know how they did it? Just like this.
Oh.
Yeah, when they play golf, they know how to write that off too. That's a business meeting. Okay? So the bottom line is, folks, we got to learn how to do this. So the 2 things we're going to learn, we're going to get part of what we call the income shifting membership, and we're going to teach you how to earn money from a business. Does that make sense? Y'all excited? Y'all still excited?
Yeah.
All right, good. Now let's talk about income shifting membership. Now there are 5 things that we do. Now if you're new, you might want to write this down so you can remember it. Because we're going to teach employees, if somebody is an employee, we're going to teach you how to properly fill out your tax forms. You know, when you got hired, they gave you some paperwork, you probably didn't read it, you looked at it, you asked your friend, yo, how many you put on yours? And you put a number down, turned it in, never looked at it again. We know what people do, so we're going to show you how to properly fill out your tax forms so that you can get your money now, America. We're going to show you how to do that. Secondly, we're going to show you how to build great credit if you need it. Now let me explain when you need it. If you do not have a 750 credit score or higher, you need what I'm talking about. 750 is where it begins to get the best interest rate offered by anybody that's offering you money that you can borrow. So you want to get the best rate. We have a program that shows you how to do it yourself and fix your credit, along with eliminating your debt. Who wants to be in debt forever? Anybody? You know, the Bible says, owe no man nothing but the love. But yet still, people have learned how to what? Be in debt for the rest of their life. And then when they die, they pass poverty on from one generation to the next, and they wonder why they can't get ahead. That's a problem. And of course, we're going to show you how to minimize your taxes and track your progress along the way. You see, if you don't have a budget, you don't really know where your money's going. And when people hear the word budget, Julius, guess what happens? They feel like it's sacrifice. They don't want to really know what they're spending their money on because now they have to be held accountable for the decisions they make. So what we're going to do is give you a device. That device is on your smartphone, it's on your computers, on your tablets, and it accounts for all the money coming in and all the money leaving, so at the touch of a button, you know where you stand financially. Now when you get ready to make a decision, you're in a better position to know whether it's good for you or it's not a good time for you to do that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to show people how to do that. And last but not least, we're going to teach you how to invest. We shouldn't be afraid of investing, folks, because what happens is if we minimize your taxes, reduce your expenses, improve your credit score, eliminate your debt, and save you money, you need to take that money now and put it into what? Investments. Not find a new way to spend the money on something else you didn't need. Because without a plan, without being around the right kind of people, that's exactly what people are going to do. Because that's what they're most familiar with. Does that make sense? So we're going to show you how to establish your emergency fund. If you don't have $3,000 to $5,000 set aside right now, you are an accident waiting to happen. Okay? You're supposed to be prepared for the unexpected things that you know can come up in your life. Anything man-made is going to tear up at some point. Your furnace is going to go out. Your car is going to break down. The water heater goes out. And you're not supposed to be surprised. That's what happens. You're supposed to be prepared. And that's what we're going to teach you to do. So there's a lot of things that you can learn when you assemble with a lot of people who are fighting for personal financial success. Now, we're going to give you a business. This business is on the internet. This is an internet business. Everything's on the internet. Have y'all seen what's happening lately? If you go, I remember some years ago, if you went in Walmart, they were still bad at it because they would only have like maybe 4 or 5 cashiers on the line open. Now they have 1 or 2 open and they have these self-checkouts. Why do you think they're doing that? Do you think they're doing that so they can hire some more cashiers? No, because they're going to get rid of the cashiers, because they're going to train you how to cashier yourself out that store. So they can become more what? Profitable, because they pay less people. So the writing's on the wall. If they can figure out how to get rid of your job by putting it on the internet, they're going to do it. Okay? So here's the deal. We have an internet business. Now the reason we put everything you need to learn about your finances on the internet is because, let me ask you a question. When does the internet shut down? So if you have an internet business, when are you in business? All the time. So we found a way that you're in business all the time so we can teach you how to make everything you do legally tax deductible. See, that's the part. How many of y'all had this class in school? No, they made you read Moby Dick or something like that, or Tom Thumb. At this point, who gives a hoot about that? Okay? Let's get some books that can really help kids, like Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's get books like that. Rich Kid, Smart Kid.
Right.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's the types of books they should be in school. But they don't want you to know how money works, so you'll keep working for it. That's the game. So let's take a look at what comes with your website. We have on there what is called a cashback mall. Right now, people are using online shopping, but they're not getting paid for it. When you shop online, there's over 1,000 stores that will pay you to get their products from being online. Now, with that being said, why would you be shopping online and not get paid for it if you could get paid for it? Would that be another way to minimize your expenses and still maintain your lifestyle? Of course it would. So that's a strategy we use to help people free up additional money that they were already spending anyway. So nobody can try to convince me they don't need what we do. Yes, you do. You're already spending the money. Next, we're going to show you how to get what is called discount travel. Anybody here travel, take vacation, go somewhere. All right? See, all of us in business now, we know we'll never take another vacation. We don't take vacations. We take paycations. That means it's a business trip. Because when you attach business to your trip, it becomes what? Tax deductible. That means you can write off your mileage going to the trip, back and forth. You can write off your hotel stay. You can write off your rental car. You can write off your meals. If you can do all that on a trip, why wouldn't you take time to learn how to do that? No, people just want to spend their money on a vacation and get what for it? Nothing. Because they don't make time to get information that was intentionally not given to them so they can fix their situation. That's what we do. So we got a discount mall and we got travel, and guess what? We also have something else that's important. Identity theft. Have y'all heard what's happening to people right now? We have a gentleman in the back, he works in a bank, and he says he's never seen it like it is now. People's identities are being stolen every day. They even doing a mess on Facebook. You're like, I know they're already a friend. Why are they friending me again? You know, that's a clone. All right, so the bottom line is, folks, you have to have a way to protect yourself. All right, if somebody gets hold of your information, I'm telling you, they can buy cars, homes, boats, vacation packages in your name, and that bill will come to you, or you could be driving down the road, the police pulled you over, and it wasn't you who did that, it was somebody else. And now you got to prove it. But guess what? You don't have no money to get no lawyer. You know you don't have no money for no doggone lawyer. All right? So how do you protect yourself? We have the ID Defender. They'll protect you. They'll help you restore yourself and spend over $1 million, up to $1 million for you to do that. So you have access to other people's money, and that's what we teach people. They're going to make sure they check your social security number. They're going to give you information on the dark web, whether you have predators living near you, or child, sex offenders, all of that stuff. You're alerted when things like that come up. If somebody's using your credit card and they know, wait, they know just a minute ago you did something at the ATM in Greensboro and somebody just used your card in the Bahamas. You're going to get a call. Is this you? What you mean? I'm here in Greensboro. So you're going to have what is called identity theft protection on your website. So when you're engaging in a conversation with somebody, and we're going to teach you to stop talking about things that don't make you money. I don't talk about what's on Scandal and Empire. I'm building my own empire. I can care less. I don't care who won the championship. How many of y'all got paid that, who won the championship, by the way? Who won? Raptors. All right, the Raptors won. How many of y'all got a check because the Raptors won the championship? Nobody. So making it your business to watch something that doesn't pay you when you could be talking to somebody and lead them to your website so you can become wealthy, I think doing that should take precedence over all the other stuff you've been trained to do. Okay, you've been trained to be tired at work, so all you would do is go home and watch what? Television, and they tell you their vision. Next thing you know, you buying everything they're putting on a commercial when you get your paycheck. Oh man, they got us. Okay, that's part of the game. You got health and nutrition. See, what sense does it make though to get wealthy and get sick? So we have products that keep you healthy, folks. We have a product called MSM. If you utilize that product, it's all natural. It cannot hurt you no way. It has 2 what I call side effects. It makes your hair grow and your nails grow. That's amazing. That's what it does. I'm cutting my nails like every other day. You know, it's amazing. Your hair grow. So it's very good, and we have other products. How many of y'all rode here on a bicycle or you drove a car? Did you drive a car? All right. Guess what? We have what is called roadside assistance. How many of you ever heard of a company called AAA? We have our own version of that, and it's a lot cheaper. Okay? So what happens is, I now can tell people, look, if you break down and you don't have a company, you can go to my website and I can show you how to do that. And every month that they pay for that, like they pay for everything else, every month you pay your cable every month, you pay your bills every month, you buy groceries every month, you pay for everything every month, don't you? Well, guess what? Every time you pay something every month, somebody else is making money off of who? Off of you. For them, it's called residual income because they know they can count on it each and every what? Month. Wouldn't you like to get paid for something you did a year ago, but get paid for it every single what? Month? You will if you learn how to get people to get things off your what? Website. So you have a legitimate business. You don't have to go to college to get a degree. You don't have to go back to school or trade school to learn how to do it. If you know how to pull up your email address on a computer, you're skilled enough to make hundreds of thousands of dollars on the internet. Folks, we got you. No excuses. No excuses for people who really want to change their situation. We know they need it, but they gotta what? Want it. And that's the difference. Now, who's interested in getting paid? Now let me show you something. If call out some numbers, if you can make an extra what, and you can minimize it. Give me the minimum amount. Man, if I can make an extra fill in the blank, I would be straight. Give me some numbers. Talk to me. Give me some. 4,000?
5,000.
5,000? $6,000. Okay. See, think about what you could do if you could make an extra $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month. Now, here's the problem. This is going to scare you because I'm going to show you how to do it. No excuses. The only way you don't do it, you're lazy, you're scared, you're around people who tell you you can't, and you believe that mess. And what they're saying is, I can't, and I want some company to be hanging out with me. That's why I believe two broke people shouldn't be allowed to talk to each other about money. What advice they going to give each other? But come into agreement about how broke they are and be slapping, giving everybody, yeah man, I'm broke too. That's nothing to be bragging about. Why don't you get around someone who's not broke and say, how did you do that? And you follow them. And that's what we're going to show you. Y'all got the seatbelts on?
Yeah.
Here's how it works. You see, we got the fastest pay system on the planet. We get paid every Friday. Checks it's in your account every Friday. Not only that, when you bring someone in business, that means they said, I want to own a business too, and they do the same thing you did, guess what? You're paid $115 every time you do that. Now, unlike most people, if I'm sitting out there where you were, my hand would go up and say, well, how many times can I do that? That's what how many times can I do that? As many times you want. You mean I can put as many people in business as I want to? I know what I'm not going to be talking about. I won't be talking about who played ball tonight. I'm going to be asking people, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? And if there was a way to fix it, would you want it? Or would you want to keep it to myself? And if they say no, I'm going to say, God bless them, give them the cross, and I'm going to move on to somebody else. Because you got the what? Want it. We know you need it. We already know 83% of the population in America is going to retire in poverty. We already know this. They're not going to have any money. We're the wealthiest country on the planet, but nobody has any what? Because we spend everything we make. All right? So we make $115 for sharing this information with somebody else, and they say, hey, I want to get wealthy too. Then, if we start building a business, when they put someone in business, guess what? We're paid $105. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I like the 105s better than I do the 115. Because I didn't have to do what? Anything. That's called leveraging. Now, for everybody that might even have an inkling that they have a problem with that, if you are an employee, you are being what? Leveraged. Because they're paying you this much actually, that's too much. They're paying you this much right now, but somebody else is making this much off what you do. Does everybody understand that? That's how business works. Could they make less than you and pay you more?
No.
They would go out of what?
Business.
All right, so don't fool yourself. They're paying you this, they're making this off what you do. Now that they have them little self-checkouts, they're not even paying anybody. You checking out yourself, and guess what? I don't go on no self-checkout line. I go where there's somebody working because I want to help them keep a job. Okay? I'm not, and matter of fact, if I have to check myself on, I think they should give me a discount on my product. Okay? All right? That's the way I look at it. All right? You ain't using me. All right? Now, for the people that are already in business, just like the employees that are on the job, can you imagine that if you were responsible for them getting hired on your job told you, we're going to pay you an extra $8 for everybody that you put in business. Well, that's the way it works here. For everybody that's in business, that you are responsible. You put someone in business, your friends, they put someone in business, but because of you, your friend wouldn't have done that if you didn't put them in business. So when you look at your entire organization, folks, they'll pay you up to $8 every month off everybody in business. Now let me show you what that means for you. That's called residual income. Now let me explain something to you. How many of y'all ever heard of the cable company? Yes. How many times do they install it in your house? Once. Y'all probably stayed home all day waiting for them to come too. They install it one time. How many times do you pay them? Every single month. That's called residual income for the cable company. Time Warner's kids will never ever have to worry about money in their lifetime. You know why? Because they can depend on everybody paying to watch television to send them money every what? Every month, like clockwork. It's amazing. Now, the problem I have with cable is TV was meant to be free.
Amen.
In some kind of way they tricked us and got you paying for it. Right. And there's people who are saying I can't save and invest no money, but they can pay the what? Cable bill. In my opinion, your priorities are messed up. Adjust your priorities. turn that TV off. If you don't have no money, get you a good book and read it and educate yourself and get free. That's how you change your life.
Amen.
Now, I know that's a little tough. No, everybody just wants to have fun, but don't worry, it's not going to be funny when you're 65, 70, 80 years old and you can't stop working. That's not going to be fun at all. Because the worst thing I can think about is being broke in America and being old and broke. Don't want to do that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, put your seatbelts on because I'm getting ready to show you how to get free. My job is to mess you up so nobody can leave here tonight and say, I didn't know what to do. Yes, you did. You just maybe chose not to do it. And I hope that's no one in here. So here's what happens. Folks, let's say your goal every week is to put 20 people in business. That doesn't mean you personally, but you and your what?
Team.
Your team. You know, if you got 5 people, and guess what? Those 5 people put 2 people in business, shoot, you know, you on track every week. You work it just like it's a part-time job. Now, 20 people a week would pay you $2,100 a week. Who can use an extra $2,100 a week? Okay? All right? Now, if you did that every week for a year's time, you would have put 1,000 people in business. You got 1,000 people in business. You won't know who they are. I have people in business. I don't know who they are, but if they do something, I get to know who they are because they got my attention. All right? So I got 1,000 people in business, and guess what? Pay $8 a month off everybody that's actively in business. That's $8,000. I mean, $8 a month equals what? $8,000 a month. That's your monthly residual check coming in. Now handle that properly. Change your life. Get out of debt. Save some money. Invest. Get free. See, and stop listening to your broke friends. Okay? Because what'll happen tonight is some of y'all will leave here tonight and go ask a broke friend what they think about what you heard and their behind wasn't here. They shouldn't have the right to tell you what they think if they hadn't what? Seen it. That could even mean your parents. You can't go home and ask your parents, well, I saw this thing, what do you think I should do? What a smart parent will say, well, you know what, son or daughter, I didn't see it. When's the next meeting? Maybe I'll go with you and see it for myself, and then I might can give you a more intelligent answer. But you know, I heard about them, man, See, it takes no effort to take that route, does it? But that's what people do. Because people are basically lazy. They want something for nothing. And they haven't figured it out yet. There is no free ride. Okay? But thank God for America. Because here you can make up your mind what you want to do, and you can change your life. Now, 100 people a week. That's $10,500 a week. That's 5,000 people in your organization after a year, another year. That's $40,000 a month in residual income. What would you do? Would you be still staying where you are now? Would you be driving the kind of car you're driving now?
No.
No, what would you do different? Man, I changed my friends, my address, my telephone number. I can change a whole bunch of stuff. Okay? And get that up to $250 a week. Folks, that's $26,000 a week. You got 12,000 people in your organization. That's $100,000 a month. That's $1 million a year. So if you ever wanted to be a millionaire, we just showed you how to do it. See, some people come in and they don't be what? Playing around, shucking and jiving, making excuses. Then some people come in, that's all they do, shuck and jive and make excuses. But the decision is whose? Yours. All right? Now, off all those products I showed you, the ID Defender, the health products, and the travel, guess what? When people go to your website and get that product, each of those products has what is called a commission value. That's assigned to all the people that's in business. As an executive vice president, you make 60% of that. And when your downline puts somebody in business, you're made 35% of that. That's your override. So now I'm getting paid off the efforts of what? Other people. Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something to you. That's more secure than your job when you're not the only person making your money. See, that means I can get sick, something can happen, I'm still making what? Money. Because my business pays me even when I personally don't do anything. But now, you get sick on your job and don't show up for a couple of days or so, you might not have a position to come back to.
Right.
All right, they're going to find somebody, put them in your slot, because really they don't pay you anyway, they're paying the position you in. All right, so don't think you're the cog that makes that thing work. No, you're not. Something happened to you, you'll have somebody in your spot the next day. Trust me on that. Okay? Now, so in closing, folks, you can get involved today. All right, because you're going to get your own personalized website. That means it takes 5 to 10 minutes. You put your information, name, address, telephone number, and a credit card that works. Okay? Visa, MasterCard, to American Express, Discover. If it goes through, you're in business. Okay? We'll have our world-class business system and our income shifting membership. Now, what came with that? Tax withholding training. The first thing we're going to do, if you are an employee, raise your hand if you're an employee, raise your hand. Okay, we're going to take you through our training and make sure that you're getting your money back now, America. And we're going to show you what to do with that money. You can go through the My Credit system and work on getting that 750 credit score or higher. And then watch what happens to you. See, I can buy stuff and they don't charge me nothing. Take up to 3-5 years to pay for it, and pay what for it? No interest on that. I like that. Buy a car. Well, just pay for it. No, you can have it. You just no interest. You good. Really. So I can get my money working for me for a longer period of time than giving it to somebody else because my credit's all jacked up and the car costs $300 a month, but you paying $500 a month because you got bad what? Credit. That should bother some people if you're in that situation. Now, if it's not you, do you know somebody like that? That's the one you need to say, go take a look at my what? My website. So when people try to convince me they can't do, dude, if you can raise your hand and say, go look at my website, you can do this business. It's just that simple. You just got to want it. You got a cash flow management system. That device is on your smartphone, your computers, and your tablets, and it's going to account for everything you're doing financially. So you don't have any more excuses. Before you make that purchase, you check and see if you can what? Afford it. That's going to slow down the buying impulse. Because most people buy off of wants. Your wants overpower your what? Your needs. It's amazing how this works. I've been doing this long enough. I know why people are in the situation they're in. It's that stinking thinking. All right? But when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you'll do something about it. And when people don't do anything about it, you guys, they're not sick and tired enough. Okay? That's all right. Keep doing what you're doing. Go find some people who are sick and tired. When? Right now. Okay? Then you have debt elimination software. We can pinpoint the day and month that you'll be debt free. You put in all your debts, what you're paying in interest rates, what the minimum payments are, hit a button, brrr, you'll be out of debt in 2039. Get excited. Okay? Or if you listen to us, if you minimize those taxes by adjusting those forms, free up an extra $200 to $300. We take that extra $200 to $300, put it towards your what? Your debt. And then we start one by one accelerating you out of debt. We can get you out of debt in record time. That's how it works. Stay away from your broke friends who don't believe. I keep saying that because I know what keeps people from winning. They're around the wrong people. Right? They broke. Get away from them. Get around some exciting people who know where they're going. Follow them and get free. And last but not least, folks, you're going to learn how to invest your money. Now here's the deal. When you invest, the purpose for investing is to get your money working for you without you personally have to put in any labor. Do you understand that? Do you understand if you grow $1 million, the interest off of that will produce enough income where you don't have to what? Have to touch it or work for nobody else. You got your money doing what? Working for you. Isn't that what people want if they knew how to get it?
Yeah.
But you got to make time to get information that can help you. You know, it's not going to run up in your house while you're sitting in your lazy boy pointing at the TV with your remote control.
Right.
And it's just going to slap you inside the face and show you what to do. Success is never convenient. It always comes on a day you got something else to do. But you got to know when to make the call and make yourself available to get what you need so you can change your life. So ladies and gentlemen, the investment for you to get involved is very minimal. I've been in a situation, I've opened up an office that cost me every bit of $15,000 just to open it. It made a dime yet. And then you got to go out and hump, make sure you do what you're supposed to do because you got to make that money back. All right? I don't have a problem doing that because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not an employee. I don't take advice from employees. I don't want to talk to an employee about what to do about money. They can't tell me that because somebody else is in charge of their lives. Somebody tonight can make a decision not to sign your check or keep you on, and they say, I'm sorry, we got to let you what? Go. They can make a decision tonight And if you hadn't prepared yourself or have what we call a plan B, you become a victim. And most people have to wait till that happens before the reality that that can happen comes to their mind. We're trying to get to you before something happens. It's called foresight. You look down the road and say, what? I can do something. I can change my life. So the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, to get involved, how much do you think it costs to get involved? What do you think people would spend for something like this to change their life? Just give me a couple figures. What do you think? Dump to me now. Dump to me.
150.
How much?
150.
150? Okay, that's good. What did you say? 500? All right. If it was 150, 500, it wouldn't matter. Care if it was $1,000. It's worth it. But tonight, if you can make a decision tonight, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Jessica, I know what Jessica paid for hers. All right. What did it cost you?
$199.
And she was a student in college. Now imagine asking a student to come up $199, and you're a student, don't know where your next money's coming from, when your refund check's coming in. I've been there, but guess what? Out of 65 students that I was privileged to talk to in an entrepreneur class, only one made a decision to change their life. And she's now one of our top people and on her way to doing some great things. We're so proud of her, it's amazing. So folks, here's what it is. You can get involved tonight for a measly $99.95 one time, and to maintain your website is $34.95. That's $1.17 a day to make everything you do legally what? Tax deductible. So, what do you think?
99.
That's it. Okay, so the bottom line is that's what it takes. So who's ready to get involved? Where y'all going? Hey, make sure those computers are ready to go. They're ready to sign up. All right, well look, I appreciate you all on Video Land. God bless you, and we'll see you at the TOP, because that's where we're going to be. Good night.